Warning, this video contains spoilers from The Last of Us Part 2. If you have not played The Last of Us Part 2, then I highly suggest that you click off this video right now because we are going to be diving into some spoilers. So, in case you've been living under a rock for these past couple of weeks, you would know that The Last of Us Part 2 is officially released. The game that's been hyped up for 7 years is finally here. And, it's been pissing some people off. This is the part of the video where we dive into spoilers, so again, if you do not, I repeat, do not want spoilers for this game, then I highly suggest that you click off right now. Are you gone? Good. Joel fucking dies in this game. He gets his head beat in by a fucking golf club, by Abby, the bitch that nobody likes. So yeah, this has been really making people mad as of late. Not only does Joel die, but they also have you play as the person that ends up killing him, which is bullshit. Why would anyone in their right mind think that that is a good fucking idea? It's like if in Halo 5, if you played as Locke throughout the entire game, and then you went back and forth with him and Master Chief, and then Locke kills Master Chief brutally, uncharacteristically, and then you just go on to continue to play as Locke throughout the entirety of the game. Like, that is not a good idea. It's not even the fact that he died that makes me mad. It's how they killed him that makes me mad. You could have killed off Joel Miller so much better, and this is what they chose to do. Like, really? This is what you're doing? A golf club to the head. This is the same guy who got impaled after falling off a balcony and then went on to interrogate two guys like a badass because he wanted to know where Ellie was. And he dies because he takes a golf club to the head? Like, fucking really? First Last of Us is considered a masterpiece by literally everyone, including myself. The game is so fucking good. It's so good. The characters are so unbelievably likable. The story is phenomenal and super investing. And the gameplay is phenomenal. Not to say that the gameplay in The Last of Us 2 isn't good, because the playing style in The Last of Us 2 is actually pretty good as well. That whole sentence didn't make any fucking sense, but I made it work, okay? Meanwhile, The Last of Us 2 has just been absolutely controversial. It's either been, you either like it, or you fucking hate it. And that is such a shame. That is such a fucking shame. Because The Last of Us 1, like I said, it's a fucking masterpiece. It's definitely one of my favorite games of all time. If not my favorite of all time. And just to see how the second game has done, it's honestly fucking depressing. So they killed Joel, right? I'm not mad about that. I'm not mad that they killed Joel. I'm mad at how they killed Joel. He kind of went out like a bitch. So here's how I would kill him. So doing Joel's death differently sort of requires to sort of change everything about how it gets set up in the first place. So for starters, let's start off with Abby, right? Everyone's least favorite bitch of all time. So let's start off with Abby. First of all, you can play as Abby. Instead of having Abby go off by herself, have Abby and Owen go off together by themselves, and you don't know exactly where they're going. It's sort of a mystery, right? It's sort of a mystery. You don't know where they're going. And then they get to the community where Joel, Ellie, and Tommy are, right? Have them meet all of their group at the community. And then you're like, oh shit, what is going on right now? So then after Ellie and Dina had their little snowball fight with the kids back in the community, next thing you know, you start seeing fucking Molotovs get thrown over the fence. This changes the entire tone of that scene completely. And that's when things start to become intense. Then suddenly, you start to play as Joel, Ellie, and Tommy. It switches between the three characters, and you get to a certain destination with one character, then switches out to the next character, right? And so then, after you complete all three sections with all three characters, it cuts to a cutscene between Joel and Ellie. They're pinned down in this little hut thing or whatever it is that they're in, I'm just making this up as I go along at this point. But basically, Joel tells Ellie, "We don't have much time. You got to get everyone out of here with Tommy." And Ellie's like, "What the fuck? No, I'm not gonna do that." And so they start having a little argument because she knows what he's trying to do. And so after a while of arguing, Joel says, "Here, take this." He gives her watch, or he gives her his watch. And she still tries to argue it a little bit, but then he's like, "We don't have time." And so she begrudgingly accepts that, finds Tommy, gets everyone out of there. While this is going on, Joel is sort of having sort of like a Red Dead Redemption 1 moment. And he goes out, shoots a dude in the face, and then you play as Joel for a little bit until you eventually get shot and basically you're almost dead as Joel. Then it cuts to Ellie, and she's like, she sees what's going on, and she tries to go back, but Tommy holds her back. As Abby comes in, that's my group chat, sorry. As Abby comes in, oh my god, go the fuck away. As Abby comes in, shoots Joel in the head, and then Tommy tells her there's nothing we can do as he's holding her back. So he goes out as a hero, sort of Red Dead Redemption style. Okay, so maybe that whole thing that I just described was a little far-fetched, but it's way better than the bullshit that we got as Joel's death. Come on, Naughty Dog. Joel Miller deserved a much better death than what he got. Now, granted, Joel was not a saint. Joel did some pretty fucked up shit, actually. But him dying like that as a hero, like saving everyone, it shows, like, it stays true to his character from the first game while also developing into the character of the second game at the same time. So let me know what you guys think of that, because I feel like it's really far-fetched. Maybe it is, but let me know what you think of that. So yeah, rest in peace, Joel. You will always be remembered. Fucking Naughty Dog, dude. 7 years for that. 7 years for Joel to go off like a bitch. That is upsetting.